Good evening. Good evening. Not loud enough. Good evening, and welcome to our third spring concert. Our next and final spring concert will be next week, and that's the Willets Road Orchestra and the Willets Road Chorus. Tonight, we're going to watch our bands. So, let me just say welcome to all of you. This is very exciting. I was listening to them before, and they are amazing. You guys are amazing. I'd like to say welcome to our board president, Mr. Camberg is here in the back, and our trustee, Mr. Keefe. Our board supports our art department and our music department. We thank them. We have our superintendent, Dr. Gately, in the back. And we have our principals, Mr. Weiner for Wheatley and Ms. Dragon for Willets Road. So we want to thank everybody for being here. I am Dr. Clapper. I'm the assistant principal of Wheatley and the director of the fine art department. I want to remind you that there are exits on either side. In case of an emergency, they're in the back, but they're also on the sides, okay? And we'd love for you to enjoy the concert. I'm going to hand this over now to Mr. Hofling.
Well, thank you, everyone. It's really great to see such a large audience. This is exciting because, of course, we played our winter concert, and we had the 6th and 7th grade group, the 8th and 9th grade group, and then we had the 10th through 12th grade symphonic band. But for the first time this year, we have all of the bands in the East Williston School District are here tonight, which is really exciting. So these students that are on stage right now are 5th graders, and they just began these instruments in September. You're not going to believe it when you hear them play, that they just started to play these instruments in September. They're playing so well. And of course, you know, there were honks and squeaks along the way, but we've gotten those out of our system, and they're really playing beautifully at this point. If everyone could do their best, my students included, we had a long conversation about this today. These students that are up on stage are really excited. This is their first experience doing this. And to make this the best, it really is ideal if we can have silence in the hall. Because if we have silence in the hall, we can hear all of the little details that all of these students have worked so hard to perfect. So we're gonna try to achieve that tonight. And I'm gonna turn this over to Nithya, and she's gonna introduce our first piece for the 5th grade band. Thank you so much.
Hello, and welcome to the Willets Road 5th grade band portion of the concert. My name is Nithya Singhal, and I'm an oboist in the band. Our first selection, Cardiff Castle, is composed by Mark Williams. Featuring a regal melody which passes between the brass and woodwind sections of the band, we hope our performance conjures images of the beautiful medieval Cardiff Castle located in Cardiff, Wales. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello, my name is Joey Bank, and I'm a clarinetist in the band. Our next selection, titled Mechanical Monsters, is composed by Randall Standridge. Mr. Standridge writes of the work. Mechanical Monsters was born out of my love for two things: B-monster movies from the 50s and 60s, and teaching beginning band. When writing for beginning band, I always tried to ask myself, what would I have loved to play at that age? After finishing this composition, I'm certain my younger self would have relished the opportunity to play this piece. We hope you enjoy Mechanical Monsters.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Moya. I'm a flautist in the band. Our next piece is an original work for beginning band by Sean O'Loughlin titled The Lost Tomb. Mr. O'Loughlin writes of the work, the music for The Lost Tomb has its origins in the pages of historically based novels I enjoy reading so much. The music has both an intrigue and heart-pounding post that keeps the player and listener on the edge of their seat. Listen especially to the opening flute solo and the exciting tempo change shortly thereafter. We hope you enjoy The Lost Tomb.
Okay, before we play our last selection with the 5th grade band, I just want to recognize, we have a birthday in the band, and we have to recognize a birthday in the band. Aaron Chadoverdi, could you stand up for a second? So, it's Aaron's birthday, and he chose to spend it with us, playing his trumpet, which was really nice. It's also Carmine Petty's birthday. He made me swear I wasn't going to do that, but I did it anyway. But it is really nice that they're here playing with us. And so Jane's going to introduce our last tune. I told you the 5th grade band was good.
Hello, my name is Jane Data, and I am a trombonist in the band. Our next and final selection is titled Skyward Bound and is composed by James Swearington. Mr. Swearington writes of the piece, whether watching a soaring eagle fly just above the treetops or sighting a plane high in the clouds, people have always been fascinated with the observance of flight. Orville and Wilbur Wright, Charles Lindbergh, Amelia Earhart, Chuck Yeager, and John Glenn were all pioneers of the development of American aviation. Because of their dreams, aspirations, and accomplishments, we could all be inspired of the idea of flying through the clouds. We hope you enjoy our performance of Skyward Bound, and we thank you for being such a wonderful audience and for sharing in this music with us.
Could we just have the house lights for a moment? Audience, feel free to talk to your neighbor. We're just going to switch bands now from the 5th grade to the 6th and 7th grade. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone, I think we're all settled in. We have 4 pieces for you. Armand is going to introduce the first one, and this is the 6th and 7th grade band. They've been working really hard on their music as well. And you know, when Dr. Ho and I had the idea to combine the bands from 5th grade all the way through 12th grade on a concert, the idea behind that was for the younger students to be able to hear where they're headed next. So all of the 5th graders who are in the front here listening, they're going to be a part of this group next year, and so they're hearing exactly, you know, what they're going to be doing, which is very exciting, of course. So Armand's going to introduce our first piece, and thank you.
Hello, my name is Armand Scheckler, and I am a 6th grade saxophonist in the band. I would like to welcome you to the 6th and 7th grade band portion of the concert as we open our program with a piece by Robert Buckley titled Shakespeare Meets Godzilla. This piece is described by Mr. Buckley as a mashup of 2 music genres, Renaissance music, which was popular during William Shakespeare's life, and classical horror music, which is of course a more modern genre, often accompanying film. Listen as if this is a film score yet to be premiered, and see if you can create a motion picture in your mind to go along with it. We'll meet you at the end.
Hello, my name is Lily Habib, and I'm a 7th grade saxophonist in the band. Our next selection is titled Softly Speaks the Night and is composed by Carol Britton Chambers. Miss Chambers writes of her composition, a soft hush begins to fall over the land. The busy chatter of the day gradually calms and quiets. Light loses its strength as day approaches its end and night settles in. We hope you enjoy Softly Speaks the Night.
One second. We have just a quick moment. We have to set up a keyboard for this, so we're just getting that turned on and the levels checked. But while we're doing that, I would like all of my 7th grade students to stand, please. And I would just like to say, every year, you know, I think I drive my wife totally crazy because every year at this time of year I start talking about we're never going to be able to replace the 7th grade. I said it last year, I said it the year before that, I said it the year before that. But this is a very special group of students. They've been extremely strong leaders the whole way through. They're always at their band lesson. They practice their music. They come prepared. I can count on them. And without that, you just don't have a strong ensemble. There's no two ways about it. So parents of the 7th graders, I thank you because I know a lot of that is due to your encouragement, your persistence with them, and it's just you've done a wonderful job raising these children. They're really great. So 7th graders, thank you so much.
Hello, my name grade clarinetist in the band. Our next selection is titled Groove and is composed by Richard Saucedo. Generally, a groove is defined as a pronounced and enjoyable rhythm, but any musician will tell you that the term holds a much deeper meaning. A groove is an elusive feel, but when a musical group is able to lock the groove in, the entire audience can sense the rhythmic energy. Mr. Saucedo's composition features multiple melodies that fit over a single rhythmic groove in 2 A sections. In the middle of a piece, you will hear a secondary rhythmic feel, but within this new structure, the initial groove makes an appearance once again. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Michael Sethi, and I am a 7th grade trombonist in the band. Our final selection tonight will be Carol Britton Chambers' composition, Byzantine Dances. This piece premiered at the Midwest Clinic in Chicago in December of 2018 and is meant to portray Turkish dances. The opening dance is fast and energetic and written in the style of Roma Gypsy dance. The slower middle section of the piece is written in the style of a Zabik dance. This type of music is often performed by a solo dancer, symbolizing courage and heroism. The dancer uses outstretched arms, almost resembling a great heart. Thank you for listening and sharing in this music with us tonight.
Okay, that was fun. Here's the plan. The fifth grade students are going to pack up their instruments. Wait a second, fifth graders. They're going to pack up their instruments in the cafeteria, and mom and dad, you can meet them outside in the lobby. Okay, you're going to take them with you. 6th and 7th grade students, we're going to go return to our seats, and the 8th and 9th grade band is going to play for you so you can hear what you're going to sound like next year, 7th graders. Thank you so much. You can chat with your neighbor. We could have the house lights. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to start the Wheatley Schools portion of the concert tonight. Thank you. So I'm sure the first half was fantastic, and I think the second half is going to be just as great. We have the concert band and the intermediate band here on stage right now, which is the 8th and 9th grade band. We're going to start with a very famous march by John Philip Sousa called The Thunderer. You tell that's one of their favorite songs to play. That one's tricky because normally if you know music, we have a common time symbol that we start our key signature in, and that's in Willets Road Kids. Do you know? Common time, how many beats in a measure? 4. That piece is a little bit challenging because it's called Cinco de Corazones, which is 5. So sometimes we'll leave a beat out, sometimes we'll add a beat, but they learn to count to 5 for that one. This next piece I want to kind of explain because it's something that we added kind of last minute, and I think it's really cool because it's an arrangement of Gonna Fly Now from the Rocky movies, right, the whole series, and everybody knows that. But this one, if you see, there's soloists in it. We decided to challenge the kids a little bit and work on improvisation, and for this piece, you're going to have a whole section with improv, and I have 9th graders who have been very brave. Everybody in the whole class learned to improvise, and they're brave enough to kind of battle across the room. We've got people on this side who are going to improvise against the people on this side, and everyone is kind of like battling each other as we play. You'll hear non-traditional instruments. You know, normally we think about improv in band and jazz ensembles, but actually we can improvise on our band instruments here. So you're going to hear flutes, clarinets, French horn, here's trumpet, some percussion improvising, and we're welcoming Jacob Ferraro on guitar for this tune. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to end with our last piece called Choose Joy. But before we do that, I want to take a moment to acknowledge some students that we have here on stage. Earlier this evening, we had the Triumph Induction Ceremony, which is an induction ceremony for Music Honor Society students. And we had a few students this year who, you'll see in the program, who met the requirements to be in the Triumph inductions, to be new members in the Triumph Honor Society. Can I have those students stand up, please? We have a couple ninth graders here. So please acknowledge their hard work and dedication. And Krish? Thank you. So to be in the Music Honor Society, you have to go to NISMA and score a level 5, 90 or above. But then on top of that, you have so many activities that we do in this school that they do community service through. And if you've been to Big Band Night, some of you played in Willets Road for the jazz ensemble. That was one of the nights that was hosted by Triumph, where we invite senior citizens from the community to come and for a free dinner and dance. We also play at the parent-teacher conferences. We have events that we host at homecoming. We also host Wheatley's Got Talent here at the high school. So there's so many events that you can participate in as a Music Honor Society member. And the service that we do through music is really important. And we'll talk about the seniors in the next ensemble, but these students just love music and we love to play. And you can tell all the students here are so musically talented and they work so hard. This group is made of only 8th and 9th graders, and they are playing, I'm telling you right now, yes, today's rehearsals were amazing, and now they're just playing so cleanly, so focused. I'm so proud of them. I really, really am. And as parents who are here, I was thinking about it today, and I was going to talk about it when the seniors are here, but there's not many activities that we continue on, and these kids started with the 5th graders who are here, and we continue on through the high school, and as you get through more activities and things you're interested in, it's hard to always keep music in our lives, but it is so important. They loved playing that last piece. They love to learn to improvise. And it's the one period during the day where we can just play music and have fun. So I'm really happy to see these students sitting before you, making music every single day, and I look forward to next year with them as they continue on through the year. This last piece we're playing is called Choose Joy, and I chose it for them. They actually rose to the occasion. I picked a different piece for them. We had two that we kind of decided which one was going to be the one we play, and the 8th graders actually were the ones who chose the harder piece. So Choose Joy is a piece, it's one movement of a work that Randall Sandridge is working on that deals with mental health. And I picked this piece, as I told them, because sometimes we don't always feel so great, we're not in the best mood, but we can always choose joy to bring us back out of that poor mood. So we hope you like our rendition of Choose Joy. And before we do that, I do want to recognize two seniors, percussionists who are helping us out on this. We have Ryan Cozzolino and Naman Tordia who are helping us out on this piece. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience for this setup change. It's a quick setup change, but it's a setup change anyway, as it is. So this is the Symphonic Band. Shh, thank you. We're going to start with our piece, Marriage of Figaro. It might be a little bit questionable as to why we're playing this piece. Normally it would be performed by an orchestra. It's a band arrangement. Just a little history about bands, orchestras started a lot earlier than bands did, and there's a lot of orchestral repertoire out there. And so when bands started being created and playing outside in the 20s and the 30s, we didn't have music. We didn't have band composers like we just played, all the music from the other ensembles. They didn't have band composers. So what they did was they transcribed a lot of orchestral music for band. We don't have fingers that move like this. We have to take breaths, unlike the string players, and this is a really challenging piece. They've worked really hard on it, and I always think about this, if I had a penny for all the black notes on their parts, they'd be millionaires because there's so many music notes on the page. So instead of violins, we have clarinets and flutes and oboes, and instead of cellos, we have tenor saxes, baritones, trombones, and French horns. We have saxophones and French horns over here. So we have this, and trumpets in the brass section. So it's a little bit more challenging of a piece. It's definitely more delicate than any of the pieces that we're going to play, more delicate than the other pieces we're going to play. But this is Marriage of Figaro. They worked really hard on it and to get it up to speed, and I'm really proud of them for it. I wasn't lying. That's a lot of notes, right? Our next piece is called Arabian Dances. For those of you who were at Willets Road earlier this year, they had put on a production of Aladdin, which I got to see. I was hoping some of the students would stay to hear this because it takes us back to a time and a place that's very different from here. And I think it's been a lot of fun to learn about the different instruments in the Arab culture, and we're going to hear our rendition of it. But this does feature the percussion section, who I see back there getting all their instruments together. I also want to thank, really quickly, we have an extra member of the band this year. Well, not this year, just actually tonight. Mr. Fitzko was very kind enough to come and fill in for us in the trumpet section. If you don't know, Mr. Fitzko is actually a social studies teacher who also is an amazing trumpet player, and he's retiring this year. And it's moments like these where I think, what am I going to do without him? You know, at last second, I said, could you just fill in really quick? We have a student who couldn't make it today. And he said, sure, you got it. And I just really appreciate him and all the effort he's done and given to the music program in addition to the school at Wheatley, and we wish him all the success in retirement. Thank you, Mr. Fitzko. And here we go. percussionists, really quickly, I just want to introduce you all. They were all great, amazing souls. We had Naman Tordia, we had John Kokura, we have Ryan Casalino, Alina Katyov, we have Jordan Fatusi, we have Rosanna Prayanito, and then we had 2 saxophone players who joined us, Bridget Yee, and we had Toby Hirsch playing some extra percussion for us. Also a tough piece. As we prepare for our last song, which makes me so sad because I think about my seniors. So Moana, we picked a piece. The band gets to choose a piece, and we had 2 Disney songs that we wanted to kind of choose and decide which one they wanted to play, and they chose Moana, which I love, because I love the character. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, and I love the songs too. But one of the reasons I love it so much is because she's a character that's really brave. And though she defies her parents, she believes in herself to go conquer something bigger than herself. And as, you know, they chose this piece, I really thought about the seniors and where they're off to next year and all the big journeys that they're going to make and big decisions they're going to do and the bravery that they have to do it. And I hope that, you know, the things and the lessons that they've learned at Wheatley, but also my class, will continue with them. Being in band is not just being in band. It takes so much skill. It takes so much dedication. It takes commitment. It's easy to say, I'm going to quit and go do something else. And this is one of the things that, it's probably like music is the only class that they have here at the school where you stick through the entire 5 years you're here with the same teacher, and they're with the same friends that they started with at Northside. And that's really special, really special. Like, I still remember my band clarinet stand partner from high school. Like, we were just like always competing to get first chair. But I loved him. We loved each other so much because we had so much fun and such great memories. And so I dedicate this piece to the seniors because I want you to remember the songs when you go back to them. Remember this movie, and remember the bravery that the character Moana needs to have to travel across and to do all the great things for the good of everybody else in the world. And even though it can be scary, and it's far away from home, which some of them will be far, because I know I have students going all the way to California, and oh, it's so sad, that you will do wonderful things. I believe in you. And sometimes you might not believe in yourself, but I believe in you. Your parents believe in you. And through things like this, where you commit yourself for years to create a craft where you can play, you'll take it with you. You'll never forget it. So this is for my seniors. Can you stand up, please? There's so many of them. Come out of the darkness back there. It's a very, very big group. I am going to miss you so much. This ensemble is going to miss you so much. You really carried so much of the leadership and the roles that we needed here in this ensemble to keep the ensemble going. And through COVID, through APs, through everything that you did, I thank you for your time and your commitment to the program, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you, parents, for keeping them here. I've loved having them. And with that said, here's Moana. thank you so much, everyone. It's been a really wonderful year. I hope you enjoy the rest. Summer when comes, enjoy it, and we will see you back in September. Thank you so much. Safe drive home.